For just the sixth time in franchise history, the Panthers are matched up against the Texans. Houston looks to tie the series with the win on Thursday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panther offense ready to go for their first possession. And at the helm, you see him in his first year in Carolina after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Credit that to Peyton Turner, the rookie first-rounder from Houston. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. About to get our first look at this Texans offense as they're led out by Davis Mills, their rookie quarterback, selected in the 3rd round from Stanford.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. Nifty move. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 38. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. He's got the rookie from Clemson, Amari Rodgers. And he is going to have the Texans' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk at the 20.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Christian McCaffrey, this is where he can be so dangerous, CD. This offense, they devise ways to get him the football in space and just let him go. Now, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. McCaffrey.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
1st down, Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
Hassan Reddick, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
To throw, Mills.
That'll be caught by Rodgers.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down throw for Mills.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Derek Brown. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year, tied for the second most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. A great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Here's Darnold. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again, and they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Mills from the gun on third down.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per reception.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
From the 44, Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge, a successful one.
A gain of 6 there on first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call
touchdown. That's caught at the 1. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. That time, a 9-play drive, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Here's Mills. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On second down, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Mills.
Open man is Seth Williams. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner. They're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mills on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Mills checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Mills. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Mills. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. And he goes out right around the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, and they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 24, Darnold. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throw left side, complete. That's Moore. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. That catch good for only a couple. From the 50, it's Darnold. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off of play action, Darnold. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Then on Sunday night, an NFC title game rematch.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold heading back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And he's got his guys in a great spot winning, and a big reason why. The number of yards he's thrown for, he's been really good.
And I think for him today, it's similar to a really good hitter having that type of a day, that zone.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw is Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Faking the give, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Darnold to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher future.
Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Darnold. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and 2, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Here's Darnold.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Peyton Turner able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Darnold, that's caught right side by Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Darnold. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore there to make the grab.
And the Panthers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. A 2nd down throw for Mills.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Mills now from the 50. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Derek Brown, his 2nd sack of the night. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. On third down, here's Mills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the interception, here's Darnold. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Out right, here's Erickson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, first down Carolina.
And Robbie Anderson makes a nice catch there for a first down. Now in his second year with the Panthers, but he has a history with Sam Darnold, his new quarterback. They played together with the Jets in Darnold's first 2 seasons, 2018 and 2019.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on third down. Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, McCaffrey. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Darnold from the gun. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. 7 yards to pick up there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. First down, Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's more. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mills to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third and short yardage, Mills. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Panthers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Mills on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mills again. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mills on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mills throw there, complete to Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Mills. And this complete to Mitchell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd and long for Mills. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Houston, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.